Hello and welcome to Instablog's Global Report. This is Sukmani with fresh updates and more citizen voices from all over the world. Stories for the day are: Rajya Sabha passes the Women's Reservation Bill with a thumping majority. Iraq elections witness highest voter turnout. Increasing number of journalists go missing as drug war rages in northern Mexico. Thousands left homeless after severe flooding in Kenya. And captain of Pakistani hockey team apologizes to the nation after the team's poor performance at the World Cup hockey. The upper house of the Indian Parliament has passed the Women Reservation Bill by a thumping majority. The bill provides for 33% reservation for women in the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies. CJ Sambli expresses a delight over the passage of the bill.
This is CJ Samli reporting from India on Instablogs. The passage of the Women's Reservation Bill providing for 33% reservation for women in Rajya Sabha is indeed a historic moment every Indian should be proud of. The jubilant scenes of women across the country celebrating the passage of the bill was simply amazing to watch. The Yadav trio is simply a bunch of egotistical, shameless politicians who would never want the bill to get passed, therefore tried scuttling the bill on the pretext of relooking into the same and ensuring reservation for SC, ST and OBC women. It is, however, also very sad and unfortunate that being a woman themselves, Mamata Banerjee and Mayawati also pulled back from giving support to the bill. On this issue at least, they both should have kept their political interest aside and supported the larger cause of promoting progress of women in India.
After witnessing highest voter turnout in the presidential election, no candidate has yet claimed advantage over the Iraqi elections. CJ Wada Buzurek from neighboring Jordan has more on the story.
Millions of Iraqis around the world headed to cast their votes for one of the two candidates, Nour al-Maliki, the incumbent Prime Minister, and Iyad Allawi, who is known for his secular anti-Iranian views. A day after the vote, preliminary results revealed a slight advancement of Nour al-Maliki, although official results are not expected to be declared for weeks. Iraqis voted with dreams of a positive change for the country and people, despite fears that the country is still not ready for the long-awaited bright future after years and years of occupation, killing and destruction of a land and its people.
Increasing number of journalists have become targets of violence as war rages in northern Mexico against powerful drug cartels. CJ from Mexico has more on the story.
A worsening dispute between the Gulf Drug Cartel and its former security force, the Zetas, has resulted in over 200 deaths in 2 weeks in the northeastern states of Tamaulipas and Nuevo León, and unprecedented censorship along Mexico's border with Texas. The news blackout is backed by threats, kidnapping, and attacks against journalists. In the past 14 days, at least 8 Mexican journalists have been abducted in the Reynosa area, which is across the border from McAllen, Texas. One died after a severe beating, according to reports that could not be independently verified. 2 were released by their captors, the rest are missing. The 5 missing journalists are a reporter for El Mañana newspaper, a freelance photographer from the paper's afternoon edition, La Tarde, 2 journalists from an online news service, and a TV cameraman. Even in Mexico, one of the world's most dangerous countries for journalists, the recent intimidation campaign is more far-fetching and effective than previous attempts. Unlike Ciudad Juarez, a drug-plagued city where news organizations update the daily death toll, news media in the Gulf Cartel region say they have no other choice but to censor themselves. The city of Reynosa has created a Twitter account to give details about violence in the city.
Over 20 people have been killed and thousands left homeless after severe flooding in parts of Kenya. Our CJ Rose Wangui updates on the story.
This is Rose Wangui, a citizen journalist from Kenya, reporting on Instablogs. The whole world celebrated the International Women's Day yesterday. Kenya also was not left out in marking the strides that women have made in years, but the raging floods affecting some parts of the country stole the show. So far, over 20 people have died while over 10,000 others have been displaced from their homes by the raging floods. Just last week, over 300 people were killed in Uganda in mudslides that also swept away a whole village. This has also been witnessed here since some of the deaths are as a result of the mudslides, though not as fierce as in Uganda. Uganda, but some parts of the country in Central, Eastern and North Rift have been put on high alert. The rains could look like a blessing, but it's just a matter of time before Kenyans start wondering why they asked for the rain. Some parts of the country have largely been affected to an extent that there is hardly any clean drinking water, and disease outbreak could be the next thing to worry about. The country has witnessed quite a substantial amount of rainfall, leading to a milk glut due to increased pasture and water for the livestock.
Disappointed over the team's performance at the ongoing World Cup hockey in New Delhi, the Pakistani team's captain Zahir Ashraf has apologized to the nation for his team's poor performance. Our CJ Karim Khan laments over the worsening condition of Pakistan's international hockey team.
This is CJ Karim Khan on Instablogs from Peshawar in Pakistan. The current Hockey World Cup, hosted by India, has revealed the worst state of Pakistan's international hockey team, losing all but one pool match and yielding before a significantly weaker team like South Africa have proved that hockey in Pakistan has crashed to the ground. The captain of the national hockey team has even apologized to the nation for failing their expectations. Considering Pakistan's legacy of brilliant performance in hockey in the past decades, it can be assumed with confidence that this sport in Pakistan has also fallen a victim to corruption and favoritism. Media, on the other hand, has also been quite negligent of this national sport of our country, and hockey's rapid decline has deprived Pakistan of the recognition that it once enjoyed in the international sports. So far, no one has bothered to open a forum for collecting learned opinion on how to revive the tradition of playing hockey well in Pakistan and outside it. Hopefully, the shock of losing to the weakest team will stir at least some degree of care among the concerned authorities.
If you want your voice to be heard by millions, let Instablogs be your choice. You can contact us at cj@instablogs.com. That's all for today's show. We'll be back with fresh updates and more citizen voices. Till then, it's goodbye from the entire team of Global Report.